everybody, and welcome back to Vital Karting. On my way home from work today, I had a chat with one of probably the most influential people in karting over the last few years, and we decided we need to talk more about karting. That's what we're doing. Now I've got a young little family. I've got little L-Bell down in the pram. I've got the Black Lab Monts. We go for a walk every night down here, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about go-karting for half an hour, because I am a go-karting nerd and I absolutely froth it, and we need to talk about it more. There's a bit of a lull at the moment. We've just come to the end of the Australian Kart Championship. A couple of state titles have been run and won. Now we're waiting to commence the Karting Australia Summer Series, which is starting in Albury-Wodonga in October. So that is a cool new series from Karting Australia. Different format, different engines, different classes, different weights. Tag heavy, get a go. The big dogs with the big guts have a crack. Cool to see some different weights and engines being used. So that's a cool, exciting thing from Karting Australia. Hopefully that trickles down and helps club day racing, and because that's where we need to focus on, because karting at the national level is getting 400 entries every round, which is amazing, but club days are suffering. So we need to get back to the roots and try and grow it from there, because we're getting 5 or 6 at best Cadet 9s in Adelaide. That's where we need to get our numbers, because no one cares about the old fellas like me. We need to get the young Cadet 9s in there having a crack, which will obviously, they'll turn to juniors to seniors and grow the sport. So if you know any Cadet 9s, get out to junior sprockets, have a crack, see if you like it, speak to the teams and get the young kids out there. Little L-Bell in the pram down here is going to have a crack, but she'll be in about 2030. Yeah, about 2030 she'll have a crack, so a while to come. But this is more about a bit of a news update and the rumour mill going around at the moment. First thing I'm going to start off with is chassis and team changes. So we all know over the last few years, every man and his dog has gone Kart Republic. Monty's just down here having a suss of a treat. So everyone's gone Kart Republic last few years, right? That is the kart of the moment. Other brands have copied the chassis design, used a bit of their influence on their chassis design. Energies look the same. So Brad Jenner has moved across to the Fernando Alonso kart, the new Nick Percat J&D Racing. So I know they're all mates, so he's moved over. I wonder what that deal entails. He's been racing forever. He's got the J&A kart tuning engine. He's got the FA kart, sorry. Does he have to pay for it? I don't know. What happens when you get a so-called factory drive? I want to know. So I want to try and tee up an interview with Brad Jenner and Nick Percat and figure out what it entails. If you're that good, what do you get? Or you still have to pay for it. The pram's taken over. All right, so this is the first video. I think I'm going to call it Kart Walk. But anyway, it's having some dramas. But what does that factory drive entail? Does he pay for it, or does Nick and the team sort of help him out there? So they're obviously affiliated with Tom Williamson Motorsport. Another big move is he's going Kart Republic. It is a 26th of the 9th today. One of the most famous names in Australian karting is going Kart Republic next year. I had a little bit of a scoop on this from a few guys in Adelaide. He's obviously seen what 80% of the rest of the field scene with the Kart Republic. So that's a big one for next year. Another big move is Daniel Quimby. He's moved across from the Praga. He's done very well in KA2, has gone across to Parolin. So you got big Maxi Walton. He's going to be moving up to seniors or cars or F1, who knows. So he's gone, he's up. So they need someone to take out KA2 next year and try and defend that #1 plate. And the man is Daniel Quimby. So they're going to stay down. They're going to have a crack at taking out the Australian #1 next year. There's obviously going to be a lot of challenges along the way, but they've moved to the Australian #1 kart for next year and the best team in KA2. So that's going to be one to watch. The other one to watch is young Riley Harrison. He won a round of AKC this year. He's moving up to juniors, so that may open the door for someone else. We've got Corey Carson, who I believe will stay in Cadet 12, but Riley Harrison is one of the other ones that is moving up. So do you know of any more? I know people are circling. Hey, Monty, there's an idiot. And I also do have some news. One of the best junior drivers I've ever seen from South Australia, young Noah Enright. He's won a state championship in every class he has raced. Just does it out of his shed. His little local team from Adelaide. I know the Sharks are circling. They are circling for Noah Enright. Someone give him a drive. He needs to run AKC next year. He's only just turned 12 years old, and he was competing with the likes of Max Walton and Daniel Quimby at the SA state titles. All right, so Monty just had to go to the toilet. We won't leave that one in the video, but have a look at this down at Seven Fords. Let's get into the juicy stuff, the rumour mill. Things people aren't really talking about, but everyone's talking about it. Engines. We always talk about parity with the tag class. Now, one of the big four, only run 4 engines in this one. You got the Vortex, the Amy X30, the Rotax and the PRD, but someone is getting a new barrel next year. Not that many people are talking about this, but this is going to completely flip the lid on the tag class because KA will have to do new parity testing. There's going to be everyone rocking up with this engine, and most people run the X30. There's been a few Vortexes out this year. Colin Breeder's run the PRD Galaxy a lot and been up the front, so what's going to happen? You're going to have to rock up with 4 engines to tag next year, or can you just stick with one? So there's going to be a new barrel. I'm not going to say who it is. Write down in the comments below. Send me a DM. We're on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, right anywhere. Who's coming out with a new barrel for next year and going to flip the lid on the tag class? So that's one for you. About that though, like obviously the parity stuffed, but then the cost. Are all the old engines, which a lot of people have, are they all obsolete and no good anymore? Are they 2/10 off? Are they 1/10 off? So it's going to be one of those awkward situations again where you don't know if you got the right engine for the class in the off season. I know 90% of people run the X30. So what is going to happen next year? Engine builders are going to love it. They're going to be building engines left, right and center, doing the old blueprint for 500 bucks for about another 100 engines. So let's see what happens there. Is it fair? Like, it's, why do they have to update the engine when it's just good as it is? Anyway, let me know what you think below. Another one. There's a lot of talk about chassis. As I've said, Kart Republic have been the flavor of the last couple of years. Everyone's trying things, everyone's adapting, trying to get used to these LeConte tires in Australia. You've got the likes of CRG who are trying the KT4, which is very similar to the old Zanardi, influenced by Dino Chiesa, who is Kart Republic. So everyone's having a bit of a crack at everything. See, Troy Farley team's running that exact kart. Now, probably the biggest brand in karting, they're trying some chassis in all classes. So who do you think it is? What do you think they're doing? And do you know any more? Let me know below. I haven't said who, so please let me know what you think. If you know any other rumors or any other cool news stories, let me know. Let's talk about them. Let's get in depth with all stuff karting, because you know what? It's the best motorsport going around. So watch out for some new tip videos. Get around Vital Karting. We're gonna have some merch up soon. If you haven't watched my crazy kart dad videos, doing all the sign language and the faster, smoother talking, get around it, have a watch. I've already got 250,000 views. So I'm gonna make some merch for that, because you know your dad and your mum are absolutely crazy kart parents. So anyway, we're gonna be back with another episode of Kart Talks, Kart Walks. That's what I'm gonna call it. So come back, if you got anything, let me know, and see you soon.